Hello guys, my name is Butolo from Sonolo podcast. We are here with Mr. Tshepo Modise. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you, man?
I'm good.
Okay.
Tell us more about who's Tshepo.
Okay. Tshepo Modise.
Okay. Mobu mo ID.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
It's the name I was given by my father. Tshepo comes from my maternal side. It was given to me by my mother. Mobu was actually not in the ID when I was growing up, but then I went to change when I came of age because I didn't like colonial names. I'm not white, so I cannot have a white name. So Mobu basically means soil.
Oh,
yes. I'm a son of the soil. When I was born, it was not an accident of nature. Okay. I was born by two people that really, really wanted to have me conceived. So I'm not an accident of nature. Oh, I was meant to be.
All right.
Yeah, so Tshepo comes from Postmansberg, Kubuchoko. Born and bred here. Lived most of my life here. However, you need to go out and see the world. So I know the world. It's just that we just cannot do home defender. Some people are postman. So you need to know the world. Yeah, but born and bred here. Went to school here. Post matric, I went to Univen. Studied law, dropped out my second year due to financial constraints. Then I joined the army. So I finished school basically in 2003. Okay. Went to university 2005-06, dropped out. And then 2007, 8, 9, I was in the army. I was based in Uppington at Edsai. Okay. And then I resigned in 2009. Came back home, started to re-establish myself, got employed at the traffic department. That's where I'm currently working. I've been working there for the past almost 15, 14 years. I need to be accurate about that because I've started working there in 2011. Yeah, I think it's almost 15, 16 years now. Okay. Yeah, but I'm also a vocalist. I go by the pseudonym Tshepo Opela. Okay. That's my stage name. That's my performance name. Yeah, so that's basically it. A father to 2 kids, married. Nice. Yes.
So apart from, as you were saying, apart from working, you are also a singer.
Yes.
Or should I say a vocalist?
A vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah, singer,
so what was
whatever.
your biggest highlight, like in terms of that?
The biggest highlight, I would say, it's not about really, for me, it's not getting to a certain point in your singing career, but the biggest highlight really is about me having the ability to share the craft with the people. So it doesn't matter at what stage or what type of stage or how big the stage is, or as long as I can share my craft with people. It can be 2 people, it can be 10, it can be 10,000. And while I've performed all over. Currently, I'm focused on corporate gigs because okay. So I do a lot more corporate gigs. The last corporate gig that I did was last year, October. I was in Pretoria for 2 weeks. I was fully booked for that 2 weeks. They had award ceremonies, and Colomel was also part of that. So I do corporate gigs. It pays a lot more than. But I'm a businessman as well. I do have a company. We specialize in a whole lot of services. We do HVAC, which is air cons and stuff like that. But we also do pumps and yeah. So I've been a businessman, I would say, since 2020. That's when I established my company, and yeah. So we've been trying this live thing. We've been trying it, and eventually it'll clap up.
So the company is still working?
It's still
Any
exists. Once you are vocal about what you want in a community, people tend to sabotage you. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate part about where we are as a community in Postmansberg. And you find that our local authority and the local administration, which is the municipality, they really don't have the best interest of the community at heart. So they don't. I mean, we've got more than 20 mining houses in Postmansberg, but they don't hold them accountable to make sure that their social labor plan or their social responsibility, as we call it, is being met. You know, they really do what they are supposed to do as mining houses and give back and plow back to the community and make sure that businesses that are local, they are established. So they don't do that. That's the unfortunate part about it. So I know a lot of guys or a lot of men and women that are business people local, they share the same plight that I have, that we are being sabotaged, we are not being given work. But yeah, here and there we are surviving, you know. So
actually, you are saying who Postmansberg somewhere somehow the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper? Of course. The gatekeeper. Well, the administration, like I said, our country, it's not.
So the municipality is the gatekeepers.
And certain people within the communities, I don't want to mention names but I think as a community we know who are the people that are trying to gatekeep and you know try and exclude certain people because certain people don't share the same ideology as them. So yeah, but like I said, the people that really need to mediate and make sure that the situation is changed is our local authority, local administration, which they are non-existent. We do have a council, but I'm sure you don't even know the whole councillors.
I don't want to lie.
Exactly.
I only know who. You?
I'm sure you don't even know our mayor.
Yeah, the mayor, I know my English, English.
But in essence, the council is useless. They are useless. They are useless.
Oh, Mataro useless, okay.
No, they are all useless. All of them. I've got friends that are councillors, that are part of the council.
But useless.
They know, I tell them.
Okay.
I by useless because they are part of the problem. Yeah.
All right, so now...
But not to get into politics. Let's not get into politics.
So now let's get more in, personal.
Yes.
So let's talk about you.
Yeah.
As a person.
Yes.
So now we're going to start with what happened to you.
We both are harshly so what happened to you, but not a problem. No, don't worry. I'm not an emotional person. Well, what happened was in 2015, on the 23rd of October, I was involved in an accident, a motor vehicle accident, where my friend, who was the driver, I'm sure they know him, Cassius Plaikis Kasi, we used to call him, he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in the hospital for 4 months, recovering. Yeah, but it's been a long journey. I'm still recovering now because I was diagnosed with PTSD as a result of the accident.
What is PTSD?
A post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay.
Yes, so it happens as a result of you having underwent a traumatic experience. It can be emotional, it can be physical. So yeah. So as a result of that, also the pain, because as you can see, I got hurt quite badly.
So it's only the head?
No, even in my body I got hurt. I had to learn how to walk. My spine was broken in 3 places. I had to learn how to walk again. But we thank Ramasedi, we thank the Almighty. Here I am today. I'm still the man that I was.
So it was 2015,
2015, yes.
So did you apply for a?
I'm not gonna get into that.
No,
it's very personal.
Oh, it's very personal. Sometimes I agree, maybe I reason, maybe she's talking like why blue. Possibly there is rumors that Jimbos. What happened to Jimbos? The Ghani, what happened?
I don't know. I was not part of it. I don't know.
Oh, you were not part of it.
Oh, you'll implicate me in things that I don't know. Hey, I don't know what happened there. I also heard there were gunmen and what. I don't know.
And then gunmen are dirang.
You must ask the people that were there on that day. We don't get into that.
Oh, it's not you.
Why would it be me? I'm not a criminal. Also, when I would
so now I want to ask the horse. From the horse's mouth.
Why what
happened?
Why would they say
that is tunya what kai apparently.
Oh my God.
What happened?
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Serious?
I'm telling you.
You must show me. I'm not active on social media that much.
Oh, you're not active that on social media?
Yeah, I'm not. To avoid high blood and hypertension because I got some social media.
Next.
Bankis baba go jimbo ko ra ke tsena ke a go reka ya ka customer ke tswa ke itsamela. O tlampolisa di hawks ba tswa modimo.
Okay. Oh no, I thought maybe ke wena se le ke tshela.
So go bua ka Tshepo Modise.
Tshepo Modise ba.
Mara go na le Tshepo Modise ba bang.
Ba re Tshepo pela Modise thunya what. Mara
you don't know what the king thunya what the king got this go dira getse.
No, I get nna ke batla go utlwa from the horse's mouth. Ya go bua ori didi kana keng. A gre wa re detail magati a tshwarisa. So ha motho wa mahuku are it's not then it's
but it's very interesting to hear this from you because I've never been implicated in any wrongdoing. I'm not a criminal. I'm a businessman. It's the first. It's quite shocking that I get to hear.
So when you don't have a gun, like you don't?
No, I've got my personal pistol that I use for personal protection.
Oh,
like
maybe I used it. Maybe I should say a pistol. Pistol, look at Jimbo. See?
When I see the pistol, I must go the gun man. So I just want to multiply and I get the gun. I can the gun, I can like gun to protect as a person, but I'm actually not supposed to even say this on because.
But as long as it's licensed, I don't think
it's licensed. It is licensed.
Have a problem.
It is, but that's what its purpose is to protect me and my family. That's it.
Oh, so mentally, like you being you, like other things. Like how did you? Have you ever have you ever had maybe depression? Or anything, and then how did you deal with it?
Yeah, I was in 2017. I was diagnosed with severe depression. Well, the only person I always tell people, the only person that has your best interest at heart is yourself.
Okay.
So if we're not going to be a counselor as a person, there's no one that can do the job for you. You need to talk to yourself, you need to counsel yourself. So, but like I said, my severe depression came as a result of the PTSD that I suffered due to the accident. And yeah, I've been on pain medication ever since. I've got chronic pain, but yeah, but the depression part, I went, got help, and I'm okay now.
Yeah, because I agree, like I'm saying, maybe somebody who's watching the podcast now, somebody maybe experienced what you experienced.
Yeah.
And another nice part, it's not nice part, like it happened way back, like 11 years back.
Yeah.
So maybe that person sitting there at home watching the podcast, maybe you can help that person because someone might decide, you know what, I'm killing myself. Because look at myself, I'm no longer the Tshepo I used to be.
Yeah.
I'm on chronic pain, so let me rather take my life. So what are the things that you can maybe advise that person, this is not end of the road?
Look, one of the main things that actually comforted me and helped me to accept the situation for what it is. Number one, I believe that everything that happens in life is supposed to happen. So fate is established. Fate as in Fate. So whatever destiny, if I should say that, whatever is supposed to happen in life happens. So there's nothing like 1, 2, 3 was not supposed to happen. It is supposed to happen. That's how it's written. That's how our lives are written. And it's unfortunate that we cannot foresee the future. But that's how whatever happens in your life happens for a reason. It was supposed to happen. So you just need to tell yourself that you accept what happened because you cannot change the past as well. So you need to accept and deal with the current and accept yourself, and the other thing that comforted me was the fact that I told myself that And make no mistake, I learned a lot from this experience. I told myself that God put me in this situation to learn something out of it. And I've learned a lot. I'm actually grateful in a sense that it happened. I know it sounds twisted, but I'm actually grateful that it happened because it exposed a lot of things in life for me.
Like?
So it got me to see my circle for what it is that I was keeping at the time. It got me to realize my purpose in life. We all have a purpose, by the way. You are not here on this earth by default. You were born because you were supposed to be born, and you are here to serve a purpose. Unfortunately, some of us do not know what our purposes are. Some of us, we are lucky and we are fortunate enough to have found our purpose in life. But everyone is in this life because they are supposed to be here. It is not by default, it is not a mistake. So you raise yourself from those negative, situations by telling yourself that I'm here for a purpose, and until I find what that purpose is, I will not rest. Because if you're not supposed to be in the life, God could have deleted you a long time ago. I would have died in that accident. But I did not die because there is something that I needed to learn out of this, and also spiritually and mentally as well. It actually helped me grow in those aspects, because I really started seeing life differently after my accident. I really started. You get elevated mentally. You go into another space that people would never understand. That is why I always say I'm a man with good intentions. The unfortunate part is sometimes I'm misunderstood, like everyone. Because moto Setswana sa re motho ga itse o isenaga.
Okay.
Well, I further also broaden and now kere motho ga tlhobogiwe e se le bitla.
Oh.
Hence I stated that as a person you have a purpose mo botshelong. So solanka o setse o hema ga o le bitla o nkare ka se go tlhoboge. And lo wena o ka se itlhoboge. You need to know that I'm here to serve a particular purpose. So you find what that is, and then you hopefully it helps you to realize and to appreciate life from a better point of view.
Okay. So who supported you during your journey? Like, who was your cheerleader? Like the person who was supporting you that you know?
My wife supported me immensely. My wife, my mom, my grandmother from my paternal side, because my grandmother from my maternal side is late. The person that was really there, or let me say, it was two people outside of my family and relatives. It was Gordon,
okay.
my friend, my best friend. He's a brother. We actually elevated. We are not best friends. We are brothers. And there's this lady, Poncho Pani Mulus. Those were people that were there. Hence, I'm saying it also made me realize
your circle,
my circle.
Very small.
Yeah, it got me to get rid of certain people because we are in a fight, in a very, very dangerous spiritual fight as human beings. Because remember, you are a god. I'm tapping now into the spiritual part. Yes, because anyway, my belief system is I'm an Africanist. I believe that we are gods, and I can only speak to the African child because I cannot speak to that which I don't know. I'm not outside of. I'm an African, so I'll speak to the African child. As an African, you are, like I said, you are born for a purpose.
Okay.
We are giants. We are gods. And I know some people would say how you perceive the higher being is contextual. Yes, it is contextual in a sense that China.
True.
As he's gonna come to me with an image that I can relate to. And in my sense, it is an African person, or myself, or even people that you know. Understand? Remember, as you are, Onale, you've got a spirit inside of you, not just how he may. You've got a spirit inside of you that immediately tells you that you are a god. You are not just a person. Hence, we are at the hierarchy of the life cycle, and we are at the hierarchy of the food chain. And I mean, if we're not going to command a lion, a predator, number one, the alpha predator in the jungle, or in the savannah, or in the wildlife, if I should say. If you as a human being can command animals, and you know, God, it shows you that you are higher spiritually. You are a higher being. You are not just a person. You understand? Hence, we can speak to, and tap into different spiritual realms. There are people that are gifted. There are some of us that are not. But you always seek to enhance your spiritual being. You know. So yeah, as an African child, we need to know that we are here to serve a purpose, and really take ourselves serious as a black people.
No, I hear you. So for now, no depression, no nothing, you are fine?
No, I'm good.
You dealt with everything?
I dealt with everything.
So
I've never been more happier.
Ne?
Yeah, I've never been more content in my life. Like I said, I've elevated into a different spiritual realm, and even a mental realm that people would not comprehend. I am the only one that can understand where I am spiritually, because you undergo a transformation, man. Once you are faced with trauma, like I said, be it emotional, be it physical, but once you experience trauma, it actually forces you to confront certain issues that you don't want to confront. Be it spiritually, be it physically, be it mentally, but you are forced to really tap into that space and confront what you don't want to confront.
Okay.
So I'm good. I've never been more happier. I'm at my best.
Yeah. So now I know I understand Raf, but if you could maybe give someone advice. You know, mas batu barafra izur batakala kwa buit. You understand? Batakala kwa buit. So when to a person who got an accident, abakriya shelter Raf, what advice you can give to that person? Okay.
One thing before I give the advice, or my perspective actually.
Or the processes, sorry
Okay.
or the process of Kograf. Because I've heard, you can go via lawyers, and then the lawyer and then you can go via straight.
Yeah, you can file yourself. You can file yourself. I went via an attorney.
Okay.
So it's still in process, by the way. Like I'm saying.
Okay.
That is still in the process.
Right.
Let's leave it at that. But you must understand that into this thing, okay, like we can't spend money as a black people. You must understand we are a very hurt nation. And poverty has affected us so much that there is so much as a person that you want to achieve as a black person, but unfortunately you don't have the financial gain means to do so. So once you get that opportunity to get money, unfortunately for some it overwhelms them. They want to achieve everything that they've been aspiring for at that very moment, and mentally it's like your friends, you've got people that are speaking into your ears, or not their makar. But now and it also speaks to, like, I got to jaja moto. So whatever mistake that you do, I try and put myself in your shoes. Why did this person do 1, 2, 3? And bad about people that are experiencing difficulties in life, like drugs. I've got friends that have their lives are taken over by drugs now, and it's very unfortunate. But I always get to you don't judge, because you don't know what battles that person is fighting. You don't know what they are going through for them to be where they are. But like I'm saying, because they can always bounce back. They can always bounce back. So us not being able to spend money, it is because we are very hurt. We have experienced extreme poverty. We also are not well versed when coming to how to we are not financially savvy, if I should put it that way. We don't know how to spend money. And yeah, but like I said, we don't want to blame everything on the past and everything, but it is unfortunate that is where we come from as a black people.
Yeah. So meaning, like you're saying, you know what is my stress? Meaning when the money is in. Because now,
no, I know money. No, I know money. Yeah, I know money. And I know what I want. You know, as a person, for people to take you serious, you need to take yourself serious, and you need to maintain a certain standard about yourself. How you just serious. You cannot, because how you carry yourself ultimately determines how people perceive you. So how we just serious, people are going to be forced to take you serious. So like I'm saying, I know money, and I'm not even fascinated by the fact that RAF or whatever, because I'm trying to focus on the current. We don't know what the future holds for us, but I'm trying to focus on the current and build myself and develop myself, and really get to where I want to be in life. So yes, we are hopeful, but
so the process of RAF, and the lawyers, like maybe, I'm just asking, maybe they take you to, like you have to meet with a financial advisor, advise you, this is how it's done, this is what you can do, or there are some like what is RAF is doing on their side? Is there anything that they are doing to assist the people? Because as I've known, with my little knowledge that I know about the RAF money actually, it's something that like has to help you, since maybe there were certain things that you cannot do.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm not an expert in that field, but I think and I believe that RAF has got programs in place to help you as a person, and they've also been advertising that we see on TV where they are trying to get people to be financially savvy, and get them people that can offer them financial advice on how to spend their money. Some lawyers also do that. Now I'm fortunate that my lawyers have been able to advise me accordingly. I've even opened a trust for my kids. I have a trust. It has money in it currently. So, like I said, I know where I want to be in life. So, but the unfortunate part, our people, like I said, they are not financially savvy. And some law firms, the relationship that they have with their clients is purely transactional. They don't care what happens post RAF. Or they just want their peace, and that's it.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then
so the fortunate part with my attorneys is we even have a personal relationship with the guy leading my case. He's from Postmansberg. Elton the Brain is a very, very brilliant attorney.
Elton the Brain.
Okay. He's very good. He's from Postin. He's the son of the soil. He's a child born and bred out of Postmansberg. So we've got giants here. We've got Baba Nalembukoni Mo Postman. There's guy writer off. We've got people that are learned, that are intellectuals, people that are wise. So yeah, the fortunate part with me is they could offer me that free, whatever it is that I'm expecting. So yeah, and also myself, I try to capacitate myself and get really the relevant people to offer me advice on how to do this. Even business-wise, I've got a mentor that has been mentoring me ever since I embarked on this journey. His name is Jonathan Janchis. He's a very brilliant guy with high qualifications. I won't mention them, but he's a very brilliant guy and down to earth. He's very, very, very. His humility is outstanding, man. It will go this person that has got so much, yet he perceives himself so little. You understand? Yeah. So I've
so ever since your business established, you never like maybe get a tender or something in project?
No, I have. We are currently also busy. We do have projects here and there. We do have. So
you said,
I'm saying the Exuberance Trading.
So you are the sole, or you have other partners
Well, I do have my sister as a co-director on my company.
Okay.
My sister from my maternal side.
Okay.
The one that comes directly after me.
All right.
She's a co-director in my business. Yeah.
So
we try and push.
do you guys have offices and then?
Currently, we don't have. We operate from my house.
Okay.
Yes, due to financial constraints, unfortunately. But yeah, we are there. The presence is there. We do have a footprint.
Okay.
There is references. So there is work that we did. In 2000 I just can't remember when was it. We were part of the construction of the pavement here there in Nkomo? Nkomo Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing there?
So we were part of that project.
So it was your company,
It was my company, yes.
that was paving things.
Yes. I subcontracted under the main guy.
Okay. So now your company is not only about aircons.
Like I said, we offer a lot of services, but we do have specialized services that we offer, like the HVAC and the pumps, industrial pumps that people use, that the mines normally use for dewatering. We call it dewatering, like when they take water out of the mining pit. Yeah, so we do.
So if I ask one question, like, okay, so that road, was it a municipality tender or what?
It was a municipality tender, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But now, was you working at the municipality? So, Rebulele?
No, it's not a conflict of interest because I'm not in a managerial position. I'm not in a position to influence processes within the municipality.
All right.
Yes.
So like I'm saying...
And you declare as
declare.
You need to declare.
So you did declare?
I did declare.
Then they didn't have a problem?
No, they didn't.
Or the employee?
And in any way, the main contractor is the one that got the tender. So I subcontracted due to me being local. You understand? So we subcontracted. I think it was 3 companies that subcontracted. Yeah, there's 2 other companies, I won't mention them. Yeah, they also subcontract local companies that subcontracted under the main contractor. Yes.
Oh, okay. No, that's what I wanted to know. And then the other thing that I would like to know, what you would like to be known of, like if something happens to you, like now what they like mo Pusmasbek. Something.
I want to be remembered as a contributor, as an empowerer, as a fellow African man that always tries to contribute to society, to the betterment of his society. Yeah, I want to leave that legacy for my kids. I want to leave a good story for them. That's why I always try and do good, in my community. I won't mention stuff because how you help people, it is not about clout or wanting. No, we do things for people. We help a lot of people. I help a lot of people now, and they know themselves. I won't mention them. I don't want to be known for it. But I just want to be known that I have contributed to the betterment of society as a fellow African man that existed at the particular generation. And one other thing I always tell my guys, you know, when the Industrial Revolution happened, the fourth Industrial Revolution, it did not happen by default. We are fighting a system that is there to defile and really rob the African child of their identity. So we, my generation, we are the last line of defense because Wabana Gen Z, they don't care. And that is what the system wants. They are so technologically radicalized. If you realize, there was a survey or a study that I came across a few weeks back to say, now only 5% of the Gen Z are able to decipher an analog clock or do analog things like a compass, read a compass, an analog compass. Everything is so digitized, and AI. People don't want to write letters anymore now. They don't want to you research. We don't research. Let's go back to loving
but
to read.
AI is researching on our behalf.
No, but remember, there's always a disclaimer. I don't know if people read that. It says always when you get your results, if you search for something, you'll say AI
can make mistakes. Yeah.
Remember, AI is supported by people. You understand? There's always a person behind the camera, the computer. So we remember, and I always tell my guys, the premise or the premise of your paradigm should be based on veracity. What that means is, whatever your belief system is, it must be based on the truth. You understand? So how can I expect artificial intelligence to tell me about who I am? And the system is so designed to, like I said, to rob us of our identity. So how can I expect the very same system to tell me about who I am or to advise me accordingly? Our society is actually getting dumber and dumber. Like I said, we don't want to read books. We don't want to go into a library or an institution and go and really get hands-on with your research. We rely too much on artificial intelligence, which is going to, and they are succeeding, these people. The system is succeeding.
Yeah, but it's going there because it's make life easier.
And but what you see, the problem is, why do you want certain things to be easier? Certain things require you to be there. Like, why would you want AI to research a particular subject on your behalf? If you do math, AI out and I know you get a formula, for instance, maths. You need to break it down and give an answer to that. You go AI calculate the line. When I weaken mentally, because instead of going there in your books and remembering what you were taught by the educator or whoever, and try and decipher that using your own brain. You are using AI to do that for you. It's to our detriment.
So according to you, AI is actually not good?
AI is exactly like I said. When the fourth industrial revolution happened, it did not happen by default. These people, the system knows what they are doing. And like I said, as an African people, we are giants, and these people know that. Hence, during colonial times, we went so much. We went through so much processes to try and get rid of who we are, of our identity as a people. And they've tried. You even go to the Bible now. I still cannot comprehend why the Catholic Bible has got, is it 72 books in it, but the Protestant Bible has got 66 books.
Okay.
So there's a white Jesus now that you are worshiping, that we are worshiping as a black people. Does that even make sense? Does that even make sense? I'm going back to what I said earlier to say, how you perceive God is contextual. Because you are a black person. You understand? So how you perceive, but that we've been, Vico said, the most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So once you colonize someone mentally, you have succeeded. So that's what they did, these people. They got rid of our identity. What happened to the way we did things as an African people, the way we were, we knew how to holoha cotton and make fabric and stuff like that. That is us. Remember we existed pre Neanderthals. The Neanderthal, it's the type of white caveman. We as a black people, we existed way far further than that. We've been in existence for the longest time. So everything that is in existence now comes from us as a black people. Remember the basis of any color. Any color that you have today comes from black, from the color black. We are the only people capable of producing a white person.
Seriously?
Yes, from black parents. That's why we're not the albino. You can when that is how great we are as a black people. A white person cannot give birth to an albino. They cannot give birth to a person that has got a different shape than themselves. We are the only people that are capable to do that as a black people. So every life that is in existence today comes from us as a black people. Even them, the Caucasians, they come from us. They are our offspring.
Okay.
Yes.
Now back to Zanzibar.
Good.
History show it was your favorite subject, ne?
Actually, essay. So I always loved history. I did it higher grade. But particularly when I started coming of age and really getting to comprehend, I started focusing more on my history as a black person because, like I said, we underwent what they call spiritual cleansing to an extent. Baby, I mean, you go to, do you know actually the oldest form of Christianity to exist is in Ethiopia. Those are the first Christians before white people could know what Christianity is about, but they took that change to colonize us mentally. You go to the oldest church, Christian church, it was built out of a rock, by the way, by the Ethiopians. The Ethiopian Zionist Church, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of the oldest Christian church in the world.
Okay.
So they took what was ours and just changed it to suit them, and they brought it back to us. Because like I said, they are trying to steal our identity. So I mean, you know how who is, for instance, Steve Biko, or who is Kwame Nkrumah, who is Wole Soyinka. They don't know these people.
My question, let me be
Bobo Thomas Sankara.
But how will they benefit them?
Look, like I said, the premise of your ideology and how you identify as a person must be based on facts and truth. So you need to know where you come from as a person to understand where you are going and to understand where you are currently. So knowing where we come from as a black person, it's going to benefit them because they will be able to be more informed to how they shape their future. Because if we move away from our identity, it is not going to help us. That is why now we actually think people are more intelligent if they twang, if they speak English with a twang. And the white person does not give an F about an African language. They don't care. They don't even want to learn our languages. But why are we aspiring to learn white languages more than our own languages?
Because it's a language that is used.
Yes, it is. I understand English is a medium of communication. However, pre-English, how do you think we were communicating as a black people? Do you know that African languages, we have the most languages in the world, more than any other race group. We have the most languages as an African, and some of them they are near, what do you say, they are near extinction now. Different races of people are near extinction, black people, in fact. Do you know that there's a why? You must go do your research. I always tell people, like I said, everything comes from black. Do you know that there are black Chinese? There's a Wa tribe. I don't know if they are still in existence today. There's a tribe called the Wa tribe in Asia. Black Chinese. They are black, even blacker than me in color. Indians, you go to India, there are Indians that are so black. You think they shine. You go to Sudan. Do you know how black the Sudanese are? Have you seen? They are very. In fact, I think it's the Ugandan president was making fun of them, saying the Sudanese are not black; they are blue. They are blue navy or something like blue black. They are so black. But We need to be proud of that. Why do we aspire to be white? Why do we aspire to get, you want you want to be seen wearing this label, you want to, white things. Why do we want to rid ourselves of our identity? Because it is so colorful. Our African identity is very colorful. Hence I say, that can give birth to different races, and we gave birth to so much ideologies, different religious systems, different belief systems as a black people. Hence I say we are giants, and the system has realized that, hence they want to rid us of our identity as a black people. So it is very important that you know where you come from as a person. Hence I said, you are not here by default, you are here to serve a purpose, but you need to know where you come from, even though you can't change it. You need to know where you come from so that it can inform you. You can be better informed and be able to make decisions that is going to shape your future for the better.
So I'm going back again to Tsantabani.
Yes.
As a son of a soil, Tsantabani, born and bred Tsantabani. To you, what can you say about what needs to change? Because we know we stay in Tsantabani, people are always complaining, Tsantabani, it's not developing, it stays other places like our neighboring towns like Bukatu, Kudman, they are developing, and they are developing drastically. Whereas Mopusmasbek, we've got many mines, but we are still, we don't have malls, we don't have instability instead of like the town itself. So
let me tell you, Botata Barona as Banaba Postman, apart from Horata Tshe, Botata Barona Wobungi, we have become so complacent and so ignorant that we just accept what is being thrown at us. For Postman to change, it does not need someone from outside to come, and we are here. Why can't we stand up and unite as a society and say we are taking ownership of our minerals, we are taking ownership of what belongs to us. We come together. The problem is ideology or a certain agenda. You understand? We need to get rid of that. If something is to better us and to serve, grow us as a society, we need to take that and run with it, irrespective of it. So we need to, on ourselves, we need to cleanse ourselves. Like I said, we focus on things that are irrelevant, that are necessary. You understand? I don't know where people get that from. You understand? So we're focusing on doing wrong. That is why we are here today where we are, because we are focusing on things that we are not supposed to focus on.
So actually, Postman, it's not from people from outside, it's people from here.
It is our fault.
So what has to be like maybe?
Like I said, let's start taking ownership and taking part, and you need to participate. Participate. Yes, participate. Take part. Don't go high. But
the problem about Mopusmasbek, we know, like you say, gatekeepers. Somebody will come up with a nice idea, you understand? And then already they are blocking.
But in unity there is power. Do you think if the community stands up today, about this, we are closing all these mines until we resolve issues? Not even not even the police or whatever are able to hold us down. We will be able to achieve what we want. Yes, I understand that there's a need for us not to be violent and stuff, but not being violent does not mean not being radical. Let us be radical in our approach. Understand? Let us take what it's ours. We just need to stand up and take it and better it for us, because Rafaela Banabarona, by sitting down and just being complacent and accepting the situation for what it is.
Because mostly Agri people, they always blame mines.
Why?
You understand?
It
They
is
always
our
blame
mines.
mines for it. The reason why Postmansberg it's like this is because of the mine, what.
Keep in mind it's
But
our
like,
nothing.
let's be honest and realistic. Colomela did a lot. Like, let's be honest.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay.
That is what they want you to think. That is what they want you to think. They focused on certain things that would, and let me tell you, their PR is very good. That is why today we think they've done a lot, because they are public relations. How they advertise themselves in being good doers. That's why a lot. If they had done a lot, we would not be in the situation that we are today. If these other minds also had done a lot, we would not have been sitting where we are sitting today. Biezuk has gotten away with murder. Biezuk was never held accountable for their social labor plan, and they've been mining until they closed recently for more than 70 years in Postmansberg. They've been in existence. Nothing was done. The local administration did nothing. It was just always about, lining their pockets, and a few collective or a certain few people are the ones that always benefit, which it does not benefit our society. Hence I'm saying these things are ours. We are the owners of the land. The Freedom Charter says it clearly. It does not need an interpretation. We just need to stand up and take ownership of what is ours as a society. We don't need people to come and guard our resources on our behalf. We can do that ourselves. We can do that ourselves. And by the way, Anglo-American is a white company that comes far out of Europe. You understand? The Anglo, if you know the word Anglo, Anglo speaks to the Europeans.
Yes.
Yeah. So American, of course, it is a conglomerate that is amalgamated with the Americans. But so they don't have our interests at heart. They are just here to play PR and rob us of our resources while they are playing. Yeah, while ba go betsa ka fatukela mo ga segeng ba gona stock switch o se gopa ga bedela ba se goga. Why you are thinking that they are making a difference? They are not making a difference.
No.
They are not.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Tshepo. Like, I've learned a lot today, and thank you, because of most of the time how so it's a good thing that you are saying that as the kids of here,
Yes.
we are the one. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Tshepo.
No,
is there anything else you want to talk about that maybe I forgot?
No. You are the one that leads me. I
covered everything.
Yes. Well, not everything, but most of
the things.
Of the things, yes.
Okay.
But what I want to leave Tsansabane with is, like I said, let's stand up, take ownership. Let's stop being complacent. Let's be doers. Let's participate. And let's leave this thing about jealous. We are very jealous towards one another. And gatekeeping. We're jealous, but the main thing gets jealousy. You understand? Because
jealousy.
And we take it, we run with it as a black people. Hence, whatever it is, which is nonsensical for that matter. I don't know where that comes from. I've developed myself from nothing. I'm a self-made man. There's no one that can claim victory for where I am as a person. I'm a self-made man. We need more of us in the society. We need to be self-made. We need to take ownership. We need to take charge of what belongs to us. So thank you for providing the platform to be able to express
your feelings
and ventilate, and share who I am as a person.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. We are Sonolo Podcast, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. Go on YouTube, Sonolo Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. And then again, a big shout out to the shoe for sponsoring us with the furniture, the equipment that we have here. The shoe. The number will be down there. He's doing the deco, catering, and all those things. So please, if you need anything like you have a wedding, you have events, you can contact the shoe. The number will be down there. And then big thank you to Sonolo Podcast. Bye bye.